Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Wang. Here is the question. We want to evaluate this expression. Here, we are going to use two methods to find the answer. First method is to use algebra. The second method is to use the trigonometry. The first method, we want to evaluate this expression. We can group the first two as a group, the last two as a group. How? For the first factor, we group square root of 3 plus square root of 5. In the second factor, square root of 3 plus square root of 5 as a group. The first two factors is in the one pair. Consider the last two factors. We move square root of 7 in front, then plus square root of 3 minus square root of 5. For the last factor, we move square root of 7 in front, then minus square root of 3 minus square root of 5. The last two factors, we group them as a pair. We use the difference formula for squares. A plus B times A minus B. Similar here, A plus B, A minus B equals A squared minus B squared. Here also, we have A squared minus B squared here. Simplify the inside product of the first group. Also, simplify the inside product of the second group. We have 8 plus 2 square root of 15 minus 7. 7 minus 8 minus 2 square root of 15. Continue to simplify. The first part is 2 square root of 15 plus 1 times 2 square root of 15 minus 1. Use the formula A plus B, A minus B again equals A squared minus B squared. 2 square root of 15 squared minus 1 squared equals 60 minus 1, which is 59. 59 is the final answer. The second method. The second method is very beautiful. It's a very good practice question to test your knowledge about the trigonometry. Here is the Heron's formula to find the area of a triangle if three sides are given. If A, B, C are given, what is the formula for the area in terms of ABC? Area of this triangle equals square root of S times S minus A times S minus B times S minus C. What is S? S is the average of the sum of three sides. We construct a triangle. Given particular value, A equals 2 square root of 3, B equals 2 square root of 5, C equals 2 square root of 7. Where are those numbers come from? Here we have square root of 3, square root of 5, square root of 7. Each part we have square root of 3, square root of 5, square root of 7. we just double those numbers. Y. Here, you will see Y. What is S? S equals the sum of all three sides divided by 2, which is square root of 3 plus square root of 5 plus square root of 7, which is the same as the first factor here. S minus A, simplify it, we can see that's negative A plus B plus C divided by 2 equals negative square root of 3 plus square root of 5 plus square root of 7, which is the same as the last factor here. S minus B, similarly, we will get the result square root of 3 minus square root of 5 plus square root of 7, which is the same as the third factor here. S minus C equals square root of 3 plus square root of 5 minus square root of 7. It's the same as the second factor here. The area squared, we use the Henry's formula. It is equal to S times S minus A times S minus B times S minus C, which is the same as this expression. We want to derive the answer. Now the question changed to what? We want to find the area squared. We don't want to directly to invalidate this expression. Now we can find the area, use the trig method. How? By the law of cosine. Cosine capital C, C is the angle opposite to the side C, equals A squared plus B squared minus C squared divided by 2AB. Plug in those given numbers here. Continue to simplify. We have the answer. Cosine C equals square root of 1 over 60. What are we doing here? We want to find the area of the triangle. The letter we used is capital A. If we know cosine C, can we find the sine C? We know the formula. Sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1. Sine of C equals square root of 1 minus cosine C squared. Replace cosine C by square root of 1 over 60. We have the final value for the cosine of C equals square root of 59 over 60. What is the area formula? Area formula for a triangle equals 1/2 times A times B times sine of the angle, which is between sides A and B. We have all three values here, A, B, sine C. Just plug in. We have the final answer for A squared equals 59. What is A squared? We already derived A squared is the same as this expression. The value of A squared is the final answer for this question. This means our question is 59. 59 is the answer. That's all. Thanks for watching and see you next time.